Hi, welcome back to the In-Between. My name is Camille, and I really hope that some of these videos are helping you feel seen and understood, and hopefully beginning to give you a language that can help you navigate the in-between, whichever phase you're in. And today we're going to talk about the chrysalis. This is something I literally could talk about for hours. I have such profound and deep reverence and respect for the chrysalis. Not just the one that the caterpillar spins for itself because it knows it's going through a cellular transformation and needs that cocoon around itself, not only to handle its own death, but to create an environment for the new seeds, the new cells, to be able to become the butterfly. We are in the chrysalis right now. I truly believe individually, in our families, in our relationships, in our society, in our country, humanity as a whole, we are in the chrysalis. We clearly see that whatever was is no longer. A lot of people still need it to go back to normal. A lot of people still believe it's going to go back to normal. And I have nothing but love and compassion for those people because I understand why their minds are thinking that way. But you and I are here because we're willing to think a different way. I don't want to go back to normal. I don't want to go back to anything that created a world that works for so few people. I don't want to go back to a mindset that created a world of duality and separation, division, inequality in every way. No, I'm here to redesign my own life first with my mind, a new mind that's tuned in to the divine mind. I am here to nestle in the chrysalis as long as I need to until my wings have strengthened themselves and are ready to take flight. So you'll see the caterpillar, the metamorphosis process of the caterpillar and the butterfly in much of my work. It's in my book, it's in this series, and it's the beautiful artwork that's coming in my brand new oracle deck called the In-Between, an oracle for change, uncertainty, and rebirth. So here's the caterpillar dragging itself along the ground, being a caterpillar, not knowing as a caterpillar that nestled in it, nestled in its DNA, nestled in its cellular structure are the cells of the caterpillar. That to me is stunningly beautiful. If anybody said, do you believe in God? That would be the example, the definition I would give. That an intelligence that is the butterfly and knows the butterfly put the cells of the butterfly in the caterpillar? I mean, this is what is true for us. There are imaginal cells of our greatest version of ourselves in the mess that we are going through right now as we navigate the in-between. And so there comes this time, this instinctual time, when the caterpillar begins to spin this cocoon around itself. The caterpillar actually goes through this process of like self-ingestion. A better way to say it perhaps is it literally dies to itself. And this chrysalis, this cocoon, this sacred, magical place and space holds the place and space for that cellular transformation to take place. I mean, think about it. It's incredible. And if you were to look at one of the final phases of the chrysalis, where you can see through the chrysalis and you could see the caterpillar, or rather the butterfly, hanging upside down. If you were to slit the chrysalis because you felt bad for the butterfly and you wanted it to be free, you could potentially kill the butterfly because the butterfly isn't ready to emerge. It knows when it's ready to emerge. That will be the time when that cocoon cracks open and the butterfly flies free. But during this time, what happens in that tight space? The butterfly is pressing its wings up against the walls of that cocoon. And every time it does, what does it do? It strengthens those wings for the flight that is coming. And so if you feel like you're in your own chrysalis, if you're going through massive transformation, maybe you're going through a separation or a divorce, maybe you have had a medical diagnosis that has turned your world upside down. Maybe you got let go from your job and you're teetering and you're freaked out and not sure what's going to happen next. Maybe your kids are going off to school and the version of yourself that they defined for you is no longer, and you're in the in between. There's so many normal, everyday life experiences and milestones that put us in the cocoon, that put us in this place where we know we're not who we were, but we also are not yet who we're becoming. And it can be a very scary time. But today, I also want to add that it can be a magical time, that it can be a mystical time, that it can be a sacred time, and it can be an opportunity to bring profound respect to the metamorphosis process that we all go through, and to stay with it, and to not be in a rush to get out of it before your wings have been strengthened for flight. And this is again why it's important to bring compassion to the mind. Do you think the mind likes the chrysalis? No, it does not. It wants to either be in what it knew, so why did you leave it? It was bad, but at least we knew it. Now we don't know anything. Or it wants to already be in what it knows, and so it cuts the cocoon open. Doesn't matter that the wings are wet and not fully formed. We're just going to go on to the next job, the next relationship, anything, just to not be in this uncomfortable place that today we're calling the chrysalis. But in the new design model, and most definitely in the in-between, we've committed ourselves to redefining these words and reimagining these everyday human experiences that we go through when we're in the in-between. So in the old design model, the chrysalis, not something you want to hang out for a long period of time. In the new design model, we set the stage for the chrysalis. And this is something I want to encourage you to do by asking yourself, what do I need? I know I'm in the chrysalis. I don't have the strength to explain it to people. You may not have the language. Maybe some of these videos are starting to give you a language. People closest to you, you can explain it to them as you're learning this new language for yourself. Maybe when you say no to people, you can say, look, I'm not saying no to you. I'm saying no to the request because I just really need to have time alone, or I just really need to take a hot bath tonight, or have a cup of tea, or get to bed early, right? I'm not saying no to you. I'm saying no to the request, and I'm saying yes to myself. Think about you in the cocoon. Think about how you feel and ask yourself, what do I need? And try to bring those things to you. Oftentimes, it's the simplest things: a good meal, a lot of water, a walk, a friend to talk to. Start small, because those small action steps have big, mighty results within them. If you're in the chrysalis, again, you may say, well, how do I know? Well, you know because you don't know. You know because you want to hang out by yourself, or you just don't want to be with people, or you come home on a Friday and the first thing you do is you draw the curtains, you turn off your phone, and you're just like, no, I'm done. These are, and winter is also the chrysalis. You know, I have several videos here on this platform where I talk about the new year, the traditional new year on December 31st. I wasn't there this year. So many people I know didn't quote unquote celebrate New Year's Eve. A lot of us, because we're in alignment with the Chinese New Year, which doesn't end until February 16th. I have found it to be a total alignment with how I'm feeling. When I got to the end of 2025, I wasn't done. I wasn't done shedding. I wasn't done sorting. I wasn't done healing. I wasn't done grieving. I wasn't done integrating. All that happened to me, through me, around me, and as me. I've needed all this time to remain in the cocoon of winter, so that when the thaw comes, I will have taken good care of myself. I will have prepared for the fire horse that's going to be ready to take off with momentum, clarity, excitement, and focus. So give yourself permission to slow down. Give yourself permission to wrap yourself up in a blanket and feel the warmth of the cocoon. Give yourself permission to ask someone you trust to give you a hug, a long hug, a hug that goes on for maybe 60 seconds. You know, when it starts to feel uncomfortable, to just bring you in and to hold you. And if you don't have that person, you can do this beautiful soothing. This, I think it's called hathing. And this technique where you bring this gesture to yourself. And if you close your eyes and do it, it sure does feel like someone else is doing it. It's so beautiful. It's emotional. I think it touches the baby and the child within us. But these are the strategies that we have in the new design model. These are the new tools in the toolbox of the in-between. Nobody has to know that you're trying these, though I would love to know if you want to put anything in the comments. But just realize that where you are right now is a very sacred, purposeful, meaningful, and important place to be that just requires you to trust, to have patience, and to be curious about what might be dying in you and what might be seeking to emerge. If you already know that you're not the same person you've been, what version of you are you preparing for yourself, for your wings, so that when that cocoon cracks open, you take flight and you never look back? Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.